I just want to keep encouraging you to continue. You're doing a great job, and again, I know that Jesus Christ is right along with you. And with that, I know again that you guys have a busy day. I don't want to stay and take up too much of your time, so let's get right to it. All right, so today we want to do a small little study on fasting and the effective fast, the fast that God is looking for. Now, oftentimes people will say, well, fasting doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I'm not doing it anymore. I've done it so often and I've gone through all the pain and the suffering. Some people may have done a 2-day fast. I've known people who have done a week fast and they don't see the desired effects that they're looking for. Now, there's something that we have to understand about fasting. Fasting is not just about not eating or going on a hunger strike and that causing Jesus Christ to work on your behalf. That's not what fasting is all about. And, the children of Israel in Jeremiah's day had the same understanding of fasting that these individuals have, that if they just don't eat and they put themselves through this arduous task, they put themselves through this pain and suffering, that God is going to, for some reason, bless them because they're, hurting themselves. Oh God, look, I'm fasting and I'm denying myself of the things that I need for you. But that's not how fasting works, and that's not the kind of fast that God called us to do. And actually, in Jeremiah chapter 58, if we look at verse 3, the people cry out. The people are crying out because they're fasting by this means and it's not working. In Jeremiah chapter 58, verse 3, it says, "Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors." See, what Isaiah is saying here is that the people are fasting and afflicting their souls. Afflicting their souls meaning they're putting themselves through this fasting and prayer session as they're saying, oh God, look, I haven't eaten for 3 days. Oh, please give me what it is that I'm asking you for. And also he's saying that they take pleasure in doing this. They take some kind of pleasure in their attempt at, or not their attempt, but they take some kind of pleasure in, going through this. It's like somebody going to the gym and they take pleasure in the pain that they put themselves through that day and the reward that's going to come from that. Now they're saying, oh, so you fasted for 1 day? Well, I fasted for 3 days. Oh, look at me, I'm fasting, woe is me. And in Jesus' time, the Pharisees and the Sadducees were doing the same thing, walking through the streets and letting people know that they have been fasting, how long they have been fasting. But this is not the fast that God is asking for, and He's not going to answer in that form or fashion. Now, in Isaiah chapter 58, God tells us the kind of fast that He's looking for. And this is something that we oftentimes pass up on in regards to fasting. Something that we oftentimes pass up on. And if we read Isaiah chapter 58, verse 5, Isaiah chapter 58, verse 5, and it reads, "Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord? Is not the fast that I have chosen to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free? And that ye break every yoke? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out into thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh? Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. And the glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity. So what God is saying here to the children of Israel, and to us who are fasting as well, He's saying, is the fast that I ask for you to put yourselves through hardships, through toil and anger, and through toil and trouble, and then to find some kind of, take some kind of pride in it? He's saying, no, that's not the kind of fast that I call for. The kind of fast that I call for, which you're going through and seeking to break whatever bonds of wickedness that you're trying to break, to be able to receive whatever reward that you're trying to see, to be able to get what the help that you're seeking from God, is to show the love of God to men. It's to deal your bread to the hungry, to clothe those who are naked, to find shelter for those who are homeless. It's to show love to mankind. Now, as we're fasting, are we doing that? You who are on those college campuses, are you trying to find a way to help those who are in need on your college campus? Those who may have run out of points on their meal card. You can buy them meals and share your meal card with them. Those who are not, whose families are not that, financially well off, and they don't have clothes. You can lend them your clothes. Those who are coming from off campus and they can't afford to stay on campus, and they have to work and go to school, and sometimes they have to stay late to study, and they have to travel all the way back home. But you can share your dorm room with them so that they have a nice place to stay for the night. They don't have to travel all the way back home and get home late and then wake up early and come back in the morning. There's so many ways that you can show love on your campus. And not even on your campus, there's so many ways that you can show love in your community. So many ways that you can show love in your own home. But this is what God is seeking for as we fast. As we're fasting and we're crying out to Him, He's looking for us to show His character to those who are in need, to be able to meet the needs of the people. And He says that when we do this in the right spirit, we'll be able to cry and He will answer, and the reward that it is that we're looking for, we will receive from Him. This is the kind of fast that God is looking for, and this is the kind of fast that works. This is the kind of fast that is the foundation of the Easy A Challenge. And I pray that you will take heed to the Word of God on what an effective, God-ordained fast is. All to your mind, all to your future.